Yeah, so in my review for episode 5 of season 9, Heavy is the Crown, I made a point to fully integrate into your mind that I am not blaming Dani for Tony's choice of going into, I don't know, HR or whoever at the airport to put in his request to quit his job. Tony did that. However, I think that, and level with me on this one, can we at least agree Dani did influence him? Okay? Can we agree on that? Can we agree? I know some people are going to be like, Jeremy, no. Let me say it one last time, and then I'm going to keep the video going. But even though Tony was the one who walked into that office to hand in his resignation or whatever, Dani or Danielle King influenced his decision. Because of the fact that if you go back to earlier this season, wasn't it in the season finale when he told Dani about the bad news that he either quits his job or goes to Alaska? I can't remember. Either way, it was the night of the, pregnancy or whatever for Karen, blackouts as well. But essentially, Dani made it clear under no circumstance three things. Number one, Tony, if you quit that job, you ain't getting a cent of my settlement money to hold you over until you find another gig. That ain't happening. That's my rainy day fund. Number two, ain't no way in hell I'm going to Alaska. I'm not going to just uproot and go to Alaska with you to, maintain your job. Number three, I'm not coming to visit you. Because Tony's like, well, we can make long distance work. I mean, my ex, when we were together, my ex-wife, when we were together, she would go on these tours of duty for the military. So it was long distance at times. But for us, like, the best I can do is come visit you once a month. I mean, that's the best. But hey, what about you? Like, how often will you come to visit me in Alaska? She made it clear. I ain't going to Alaska at all. Visit, stay with you. No, I ain't doing none of that. And technically, condition number 4, I'm not doing long distance. And, well, let me throw in number 5, another condition I forgot. She gave Tony the ultimatum. You have until tomorrow to decide if you are going to go to Alaska or if you're going to quit your job and stay here. Because look, Tony, because she was kind of gassing him. Like I said, she didn't make the decision for him, but she was kind of gassing him up in terms of, well, Tony, look, you were the vice president of the airlines for such and such a year. So it's not like you're some street bum without any skills. So if you leave this job, you can find something else. So she was low-key encouraging him that, hey, we can stay together. You can quit your job. You can stay in the area. Just find another job because you have the skill set for it. Then they had sex, and she pretty much said that, well, if you want more of that, you better stay in ATL. And that's when she dropped the ultimatum. It's like, wait, what? Like she was the one who was either going to terminate him or tell him to go to Alaska. Like, the job was based on that. So what? That made no sense. Because like Tony said, Dani, I can't just quit. I got responsibilities. Yeah, he got 2 kids. Sure, he and his ex-wife, are divorced, and the kids are in Germany with the mom, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have other things to, tend to. So fast forward, and here we are with him quitting his job. Now, all of a sudden, Dani's, well, Tony, you can find something else. That attitude is completely gone now. It's almost like she was doing her Dani. Honestly, this can go for all the sisters. They did their sister thing where they kind of make it seem like the man has to make a choice based on them. And then when they finally make the choice, they're all quiet. Like, they're loud as I don't know what when they're giving their man an ultimatum. But as soon as they make a choice and they realize that, oh, I really am stuck with this dude, that's when they want to self-sabotage. That's pretty much what's going on. I mean, same thing applies to like when Preston got beat up by his brothers and Dani let him stay at her apartment because he's like, no, Dani, I can't. I'll find my own place. No, you stay with me. This man cleaned up the apartment. This man made sure there was a hot meal ready for Dani when she came through the door and took her heels off after she came home from work. This man would ask her, how was your day? And on top of that, dude paid what, if I remember correctly, 3 months on her apartment after he had been there just like one night. And what did this woman do? You're here too much, okay? I don't want you here all the time. Tony said he quit his job. He's excited for a fresh start. Now she's all fidgety, like, so what are you going to do, Tony? Like, do you have any money saved up? Like, what's your next step? I don't know. It's a fresh start, Dani. So basically, Dani low-key was guilt-tripping him into staying, or if he went, pretty much made it clear they're over. So he makes the move that would mean he can stay in town, but now you're worried, like, you're dating a bum. The leech of the sister group is upset that her man is unemployed for a time. This reminds me of a reel I saw a couple nights ago when I was scrolling on Instagram. I vaguely I remember the show Seinfeld, but not that well because it's like it's one of those, hey, we didn't have too many channels back in the day, but Seinfeld would kind of come on, folks. Yeah, before flat screens and Blu-rays and stuff, there were only so many channels we could afford, and that's if the cable was on. But we didn't have that much choice in terms of what to watch. So Seinfeld, I remember, but this one clip was like this clip encapsulates what it means being a man in today's dating society, where this one chick turned down Jerry. I know it's Jerry Seinfeld. I don't know if Jerry was his name in the show. But in any case, basically this one woman told him, yeah, I don't want to date you because I don't like your job. What? Yeah, your occupation, it doesn't do it for me, so I don't want to date you. You're a cashier. That's essentially what's happening here, where it's like, Dani, this man was the vice president of the airline. He makes good money. So I don't think he quit his job with a negative balance in his bank account. It's just that for the time being, he's unemployed and he's going to figure it out. So the fact that I'm going to be honest here. I don't see these two lasting. And I feel like, in my personal opinion, if Dani breaks up with Tony, this is going to make her look incredibly bad. And I know there will be fans. Jeremy, how dare you say that? It's not like Dani made him do it. Yet again, he made the choice, but she influenced him. And I stand by the decision of, even if he did, let's say, went to Alaska, she'd have sex with somebody else. She can't help herself. She can't. I mean, granted, the 1 month time jump, after she got terminated from her job without pay, we don't know if she hooked up with anybody. I'm going to assume no, but folks, this is wild. This is some wild stuff. I just think that Dani, she doesn't need to be in a relationship. I'm still mad at the writers for hooking these two up at the end of last season after the whole airport settlement thing. There was absolutely no good reason for Tony and Dani to reconcile. I mean, remember, this moron came over to her apartment to propose. Well, Tony, Dani laughed in your face when he got on one knee and you done quit your job. I hope you take that ring back and get that get a refund to hold you over. Because, I don't know. I'm not going to call him stupid for quitting his job. I want to call him stupid for quitting his job for Dani, if that's why he did it. Well, yeah, I think it's a bad look if she winds up dumping the dude when she was the one who low-key made him make that decision in the first place. But that's just me. I mean, these women just love sabotaging these men's lives and then acting like they didn't do anything, and then they move on to the next one. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.